Welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring the unforgettable legacy of Secretariat, the horse that ran like the wind and captured the hearts of millions around the world. Few racehorses in history have achieved the level of fame and admiration that Secretariat earned during his remarkable life. Even decades after his final race, his name remains one of the most recognized in horse racing. His records continue to stand, his accomplishments continue to inspire, and his story remains one of the greatest tales ever told in sports. Secretariat was born on March 30th, 1970, at Meadow Farm in Virginia. From the beginning, those around him noticed something special. He was a large chestnut colt with 3 white socks and a powerful build. His bright chestnut coat would eventually become famous, but at the time, he was simply a promising young horse, among many others hoping for racing success. Secretariat was bred by Penny Chenery and her family. At a time when horse racing was one of America's most popular sports, the Chenery family faced significant challenges. The family's stable had financial difficulties, and there was uncertainty about its future. Few could have imagined that this young colt would become the horse that helped save the family's racing operation and create one of the most legendary stories in racing history. As Secretariat grew, his size and strength became increasingly noticeable. Trainers and stable workers often commented on his impressive physique. He possessed powerful hindquarters, a deep chest, and a long stride that hinted at exceptional athletic ability. His trainer, Lucien Laurin, quickly recognized that Secretariat was not an ordinary horse. Laurin had worked with many talented racehorses throughout his career, but even he was impressed by the colt's natural abilities. Secretariat learned quickly, responded well to training, and displayed remarkable intelligence. Like many future champions, Secretariat's early races contained both successes and lessons. He did not win every race immediately. In fact, some of his early performances showed that he still had much to learn. Young horses often need time to mature physically and mentally, and Secretariat was no exception. However, when he won with authority. Fans began noticing his tremendous closing speed. He could come from behind and surge past competitors with an ease that seemed almost effortless. Crowds watching these races started talking about the big chestnut horse with extraordinary acceleration. Throughout his 2-year-old season, Secretariat continued improving. His victories piled up, and racing experts began predicting a bright future. He earned honors as Horse of the Year, an incredibly rare achievement for such a young horse. This accomplishment alone would have secured a place in racing history, but Secretariat was only getting started. As the 1973 racing season approached, excitement grew throughout the horse racing world. Fans eagerly awaited the Triple Crown races. The Kentucky Derby, Preakness Stakes, and Belmont Stakes represented the ultimate challenge for any racehorse. No horse had won the Triple Crown since 1948. 25 years had passed without a champion completing the difficult series. Many excellent horses had tried and failed. As Secretariat prepared for his 3-year-old season, hopes were high, but no one could fully predict what would happen next. The stage was set for one of the greatest athletic performances ever witnessed. Little did the racing world know that they were about to see history unfold before their eyes. The spring of 1973 would forever change horse racing history. The first challenge was the Kentucky Derby, held at the famous Churchill Downs racetrack in Kentucky. The Kentucky Derby is often called the most exciting 2 minutes in sports, and every year thousands of fans gather to witness the spectacle. When the starting gates opened, Secretariat began his run toward immortality. What happened during that race remains astonishing even today. Secretariat ran each quarter mile faster than the previous one. Most horses gradually slow as races progress, especially at the demanding Derby distance. Secretariat did exactly the opposite. With every segment of the race, he accelerated. His powerful stride carried him past competitors as he surged toward the finish line. When he crossed the wire, he set a Kentucky Derby record that still stands decades later. The crowd erupted with excitement. Next came the Preakness Stakes in Maryland. Once again, racing fans filled the grandstands to watch the chestnut superstar. Secretariat delivered another brilliant performance, winning the race and moving one step closer to the Triple Crown. Now only one race remained. The Belmont Stakes has become the most famous race of Secretariat's career and one of the greatest moments in sports history. On June 9, 1973, thousands of fans packed Belmont Park in New York. Millions more followed the race through television and radio broadcasts. The atmosphere was electric. As the race began, Secretariat immediately established a strong pace. Rather than sitting back and conserving energy, it challenged the field from the start. Soon, something extraordinary became apparent. Secretariat wasn't merely winning, he was leaving the competition behind. As the race continued, his lead grew larger and larger. Horses that were themselves elite athletes simply could not keep up. Secretariat seemed to float across the track with unmatched power and grace. The announcer's famous call echoed through history as Secretariat widened his lead. By the time he crossed the finish line, he had won by an unbelievable 31 lengths. Even more remarkable was his time. Secretariat completed the mile-and-a-half race in 2 minutes and 24 seconds, a record that still stands today. Many racing experts consider it one of the greatest performances ever produced by any athlete, human or animal. The crowd witnessed something almost beyond belief. Fans cheered, trainers celebrated, and journalists rushed to document what they had just seen. Newspaper headlines across America praised the magnificent chestnut champion. For the first time in 25 years, a Triple Crown winner had emerged. Secretariat became a national hero. Children collected his photographs. Sports magazines featured him on their covers. People who normally paid little attention to horse racing suddenly knew his name. His Triple Crown victory transcended the sport itself. Secretariat had become a symbol of excellence, determination, and extraordinary ability. The horse that ran like the wind had captured the imagination of an entire nation. After conquering the Triple Crown, Secretariat continued racing and building his legendary reputation. Every appearance attracted enormous crowds. Fans traveled long distances, hoping to catch a glimpse of the famous chestnut champion. Wherever he raced, excitement followed. Although every athlete eventually faces challenges, Secretariat consistently demonstrated remarkable heart and determination. He competed against elite rivals and continued delivering memorable performances. Eventually, the time came for retirement. Secretariat left the racetrack and began a new chapter of life at Meadow Farm in Kentucky. There, visitors came from around the world to see the horse whose accomplishments had become the stuff of legend. Even in retirement, Secretariat remained an impressive sight. His powerful build, intelligent eyes, and calm demeanor continued to captivate admirers. Years later, veterinarians made an astonishing discovery. Secretariat's heart was estimated to be significantly larger than average. While exact measurements remain debated, many experts believe his unusually large heart contributed to his incredible endurance and stamina. This finding only added to the mystery and fascination surrounding the champion. As a breeding stallion, Secretariat produced many successful offspring and influenced future generations of racehorses. His bloodlines remain present in modern racing pedigrees around the world. Yet, his greatest contribution may have been the inspiration he provided. Secretariat showed what was possible when extraordinary talent met dedication and expert training. His story demonstrated how a single horse could unite fans from every background. When Secretariat passed away in October 1989, at the age of 19, the racing world mourned the loss of a true icon. Unlike most racehorses, who are traditionally buried without certain body parts, Secretariat received a special honor. He was buried whole, reflecting the immense respect he had earned throughout his life. Today, statues, museums, documentaries, books, and countless articles preserve his memory. New generations continue discovering his story. Many young racing fans first learn about Secretariat through old race footage. Even decades later, people watching his Belmont Stakes performance often react with amazement. The sheer dominance of that victory remains difficult to comprehend. Records come and go in sports, but some achievements become timeless. Secretariat's Kentucky Derby record still stands. His Belmont Stakes record still stands. His legacy still stands. More than 50 years after his Triple Crown triumph, he remains one of the greatest racehorses ever to live. The horse that ran like the wind continues to inspire dreamers, athletes, horse lovers, and racing fans across the world. His story reminds us that greatness is rare, unforgettable, and capable of transcending generations. And that is why Secretariat's name will forever be remembered as one of the brightest stars in horse racing history.